The Gunslinger's Redemption. The parched winds of Jericho carried whispers of desperation, echoing through the sun-baked streets. The Phantom, a shadowy figure draped in enigma, held the town in his iron grip. He spun tales of prosperity, convincing the townsfolk to toil for meager wages while he siphoned their hard-earned profits. The railroad barons, blinded by their avarice, turned a deaf ear to the pleas of the downtrodden. Into this crucible of despair rode Charlie, a gunslinger haunted by his past transgressions. His eyes, weathered by countless sunsets, held a flicker of remorse. Seeking redemption, he yearned to shed the weight of his former life. Witnessing the Phantom's tyranny, Charlie's resolve solidified. "I ain't gonna let this snake slither away with their livelihoods," he muttered, his voice roughened by the desert winds. News of the last train leaving Jericho spurred Charlie into action. Time was a luxury he couldn't afford. He delved into the Phantom's labyrinth of deceit, gathering evidence of his treachery. Gunfights erupted in the dusty streets as Charlie's pursuit intensified. The Phantom, always one step ahead, evaded capture, leaving a trail of blood and broken promises in his wake. As Charlie unraveled the Phantom's web, a chilling truth emerged: the villain was his flesh and blood, his estranged father. Years ago, Charlie had fled their homestead, seeking a life free from his father's domineering ways. Now, the past had come back to haunt him, its grip as unyielding as the desert sun. The showdown unfolded as the last train's whistle pierced the stillness. Charlie and the Phantom, father and son, stood facing each other, their guns drawn. "You abandoned us, boy," the Phantom spat, his voice filled with venom. "Now, you'll pay the price." Charlie's heart ached with a mixture of sorrow and resolve. "I made mistakes, Pa," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "But I won't let you hurt these people." Gunfire shattered the tense silence. Bullets whizzed through the air, kicking up dust and splintering wood. The townsfolk watched, their breaths held captive, as the duel raged. When the smoke cleared, only one figure remained standing. Charlie, wounded but alive, holstered his smoking gun. The Phantom lay lifeless, his reign of terror finally at an end. As the train chugged away, carrying its passengers towards a brighter future, Charlie stood tall. He had faced his demons, atoned for his past, and found redemption in the unlikeliest of places. Jericho, once a town on the brink of ruin, had been saved by the gunslinger who dared to challenge his own blood. The winds whispered his name, a testament to his courage and the enduring spirit of the West. Charlie, though victorious, felt no elation. The weight of his father's death pressed heavily on his soul. He knelt beside the Phantom's lifeless body, a tear tracing a path through the dust on his cheek. "I'm sorry, Pa," he whispered, a final farewell to the man who had shaped his life, for better or worse. The townsfolk emerged from their hiding places, their faces etched with a mixture of relief and gratitude. They had witnessed Charlie's transformation, from a haunted gunslinger to their unlikely savior. A grizzled old miner stepped forward, his voice raspy but sincere. "You did right by us, son," he said, extending a calloused hand. "Jericho owes you a debt we can never repay." Charlie shook the miner's hand, a flicker of hope rekindling in his eyes. Perhaps redemption wasn't just about atoning for the past, but also about building a better future. He decided to stay in Jericho, using his skills and newfound purpose to help rebuild the town. Under Charlie's guidance, Jericho began to flourish. The townsfolk, no longer burdened by the Phantom's exploitation, worked together to create a thriving community. The railroad company, shamed by their complicity, offered fair wages and invested in the town's infrastructure. As the years passed, Charlie's reputation grew. He became known as the Gunslinger of Jericho, a symbol of hope and resilience. He never forgot his past, but he also embraced the opportunity to forge a new legacy. The ghosts of his former life still lingered, but they were overshadowed by the love and respect he had earned from the people of Jericho. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and purple, Charlie sat on his porch, watching the children play in the streets. He smiled, a sense of peace settling over him. He had found his redemption, not in the echoes of gunshots or the pursuit of vengeance, but in the simple act of helping others. The winds of Jericho still carried whispers, but now they spoke of hope, resilience, and the enduring power of the human spirit. And at the heart of it all was Charlie, the gunslinger who had dared to challenge his past and forge a new path, one bullet at a time. If you are enjoying Adventures in the Old West channel, hit the subscribe button